A single Costco opened in Iwakuni, Japan, offering $10 an hour, when local shops paid just $6.50 an hour. Within weeks, competitors scrambled to raise wages by 40%. Thousands now drive from miles away, spending twice as much per visit, while small businesses survive not by fighting Costco, but by joining its ecosystem. But what chain reaction does all this trigger beneath the surface, and what happens if the engine stops? The answers start with the shockwaves no one saw coming. A cafe worker in the Greater Manila area remembers the day her boss called everyone into the kitchen. The new Costco down the road was hiring at $10 an hour, almost half again as much as her current pay. Within days, half her co-workers put in applications, some left on the spot. By the end of the month, the cafe posted a 40% wage increase just to keep the espresso machine running. The story repeated itself at bakeries, corner markets, and even hardware stores. Employers scrambled to match Costco's offer, worried that empty shifts would mean lost business. For workers, the change was immediate. Paychecks stretched further. Rent, groceries, and even a night out became possible on a single job, not two. The ripple ran through households that had never set foot in Costco. A delivery driver who never planned to switch jobs found his hourly rate bumped up just to keep him from jumping ship. Across town, a florist noticed her assistant, usually quiet and reserved, suddenly talking about saving for a car. The numbers told the story. Local businesses raised wages by up to 40% within 3 months of Costco's arrival. For the first time, the wage floor was not set by minimum law or tradition, but by competition for people's time and loyalty. In places where retail jobs once meant scraping by, a new standard took hold almost overnight. One that reset expectations for what work should pay. Traffic into Scarborough surged the year Costco opened its doors. License plates from neighbouring towns lined the parking lot, with some drivers covering 40 miles or more. Placer.ai tracked 1.8 million visitors in that first full year. Each stay stretched nearly an hour, double the time spent at local supermarkets. The average shopper spent $84 per visit, twice the typical grocery bill. But the story didn't end at Costco's exit. Local businesses, nearly 1,000 within the region, reported a steady stream of new customers. At the Dunstan Tap and Table, the owner watched his Saturday lunch crowd swell with unfamiliar faces. Families from as far as Augusta made the trip, turning Costco runs into day-long outings that included lunch, coffee, and a stop at the farm stand. The effect rippled outward. Flaherty's family farm, open since 1940, saw its foot traffic climb as visitors bundled errands, picking up local produce after bulk shopping. A Scarborough restaurateur recalled the shift. "We started seeing people who'd never been in before. They'd come for Costco, then stick around for dinner." Local gas stations and bakeries echoed the same refrain. Unlike traditional big box stores, Costco didn't just divide up the existing pie, it baked a bigger one. The town's economy became a regional magnet, drawing in new money and energy from well beyond its borders. The influx set the stage for a new kind of business ecosystem, one where the local shops learned to thrive alongside the retail giant. Inside a small grocery on the edge of town, the shelves tell a different story than the cavernous aisles of Costco. Costco sells only about 4,000 products, most in oversized family or business-sized packages. There is no single-serving yogurt at Costco, no 1-pound bag of rice, no small bottle of soy sauce. Instead, shoppers often find 5-pound tubs and 50-pound sacks. That is where the local grocer steps in. Early each morning, staff break down bulk goods, dividing flour, sugar, and snacks into manageable portions. This practice is not just a workaround, it has become a business model. Customers who cannot use or store giant sizes, or who want to buy just a little, rely on these shops for everyday needs. In some cases, other small businesses like restaurants, cafes, and corner stores buy supplies this way, avoiding the need for expensive wholesale accounts. Studies from the University of Massachusetts and the National Bureau of Economic Analysis confirm the pattern. After a Costco opens, local businesses often pivot to repackaging and reselling bulk items, carving out a niche that the warehouse club leaves untouched. Instead of going head-to-head with Costco, these grocers become part of a larger ecosystem. Bulk sales at the warehouse feed a network of smaller retailers, each adapting to the new landscape. It is a structural coexistence that allows local shops not just to survive, but to find new ways to thrive. Sticker shock hits quickly in towns where Costco sets up shop. Groceries, takeout, even hardware see prices edge upward as the local economy adjusts. But the numbers tell a more complex story. According to a Spanish Fork municipal analysis, the typical price increase after Costco's arrival is outpaced by the jump in purchasing power. Workers earning more can afford the higher bills, and the town's spending habits shift. An economist from a recent University of Massachusetts study points out that while some items cost more, essentials like rice and milk often stay cheapest at Costco, freeing up budgets for other purchases. Meanwhile, property values climb. In places like Iwakuni and Scarborough, vacant lots and rice fields give way to commercial hubs, driving up home prices and tax revenue. Homeowners see net gains, but renters face steeper housing costs. A local planner describes the 5-year payback, increased tax receipts, new infrastructure, and a broader economic base. Still, the benefits and burdens do not land evenly, and the question of who wins depends on where you stand in the community. At the edge of town, a soap maker unlocks the back of her small workshop, rolling in a 50-pound bag of lye and a stack of olive oil drums, all bought with a single swipe of her Costco card. She does not need a wholesale account or a business license to get bulk prices. The membership alone opens the door. For tiny businesses like hers, this access is a lifeline. It means she can compete with larger brands, keep her shelves stocked, and still offer handmade bars for a fair price. Across the region, hundreds of small firms rely on the same strategy. Restaurants, bakeries, even food trucks stock up on essentials without the paperwork or volume requirements of traditional suppliers. The benefits run deeper than savings. Costco's workforce turns over at just 5% a year, compared to more than 60% at other retailers. That stability means paychecks stay local, circulating through shops, services, and homes. The result is a business community where even the smallest players can stand their ground, building resilience in a market shaped by a retail giant. On the island of Oahu, Costco isn't just another store, it is a lifeline. The Iwilei warehouse near the airport ranks as one of the busiest in the world, moving over $300 million in goods each year. For half of Oahu's 900,000 residents, a trip to Costco means access to affordable essentials, from rice and milk to local favourites like poke and macadamia nuts. Taxi drivers ferry shoppers back and forth all day, and small businesses line up at dawn to stock up on bulk pineapple or ahi tuna before the shelves are cleared. When a shipping backlog hit Hawaii in 2022, restaurants and fruit stands scrambled. Some rationed supplies, others sent staff to wait in line, knowing that if Costco ran short, so did they. For many, the warehouse has become the backbone of daily operations, a single point of failure in a place with few alternatives. The same bulk buying power that keeps prices low and shelves full also concentrates risk. If the supply chain falters or if Costco changes course, the effects ripple across the entire island economy. The question of who controls access to food and goods in an isolated market becomes more than economic. It is a matter of resilience and local autonomy. Right now, Costco shapes not just shopping habits, but the entire economic fabric of towns, fueling higher wages and growth while deepening dependence on a single company. When one store can tip the balance for thousands, the real question is, who gets to decide the future of your community? Share your thoughts below.